Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled People. In today's episode, my 5-year-old daughter shut down a Karen. My neighbors keep intentionally leading their dog to pee on our lawn. Her poor guests missed part of their meal. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. My 5-year-old daughter shut down a Karen. So yesterday my husband and I were at Target with our 5-year-old daughter. My old vacuum broke, so we went for a new one. My husband, being the smartass he is, placed the new one in the cart and said, "Happy Mother." I just laughed at this. Then this woman came out of nowhere yelling at my husband, saying that he's a horrible man and a shit father for giving me such a sexist gift. I've had my run-in with Karens before, but the fact she was yelling in front of my daughter and verbally attacking my husband that way, I was about to lose my shit on her when my sweet daughter looked at me and loudly said, "Mommy, I think she needs a timeout." The Karen went bright red and quickly walked away. My husband and I started laughing our butts off. Bless a child's innocence. The innocence of children when they throw shade but are really just telling the truth. Love it. And that shit resonates for a reason. I was at Target with my cousin and her son. There was a lady screaming at some poor worker, and little man goes, "She needs a cookie and a nap, real bad." I had to run down an aisle so I wouldn't laugh in her face. I love kids sometimes. I would have laughed in her face anyways. She deserves it. The children of now are more emotionally mature than the adults of old. Right. The fact my 5-year-old kid knows better is a little sad. It's truly a shame that people feel the need to butt in when they truly have no idea of context. I've also found most people don't leave much room for humor in their lives. Your daughter is brilliant. Hope you and hubby keep showing her the way to adult successfully. I saw a video of a woman who knocked on her neighbor's door and started haranguing them for daring to dress their newborn daughter in pink. What business it of hers? Foolish woman. So true. My hubby and I joke about this stuff all the time, but we know we're joking. I don't care if anyone else knows we're joking. I live the 5-year-old's response. Give her a high five for us. LOL. My neighbors keep intentionally leading their dog to pee on our lawn. I discovered this when coming back from work and seeing him lead his dog to our lawn and pee. So we went over to his house, knocked on the door, and asked him nicely for his dog to stop peeing on our lawn. But when we asked him, he said, "I don't care," and told us to leave. Then the next day I decided to sit on my lawn and catch him again and tell him to let his dog not pee on our lawn. And as he walked by, he started yelling at me saying, "So we are staring now?" It really confused me because before this we never talked to each other. So again I told him to not let his dog pee on our lawn. And he cursed at me and left. Now his dog peeing on our lawn is not a one-time thing, it has been multiple times because our green grass has yellow spots in it. I really don't know what to do. I'm not allowed to put fences because of HOA. So is there any suggestions on what I can do? Install a motion-activated sprinkler? Yes, and Ring camera so you can keep an added eye on everything. What a nasty neighbor. This is a definite must. Both the neighbor and his dog will have a very wet surprise in store, even better if you can install it and test it when he's away from both properties. This has the added benefit of diluting any dog pee and will fix the lawn burns. We had one woman who would let her dog take turns on pooping on everyone's lawn and never picked up. Our one elderly neighbor who was so proud of his lawn knew where she lived, and he gathered it all from everyone's yard, dumped it on her vehicle and porch. I was outside early watering my garden when I saw her coming. Her dog made a beeline for our yard and I sprayed them both. She was screaming to stop, but I couldn't and wouldn't, but from that day onward she started walking on the other side of the street. So, this is a bit extreme, but I have a playground that has a very large "No Dogs Allowed" sign posted at the entrance. During the early days of COVID, many people in my neighborhood used it as a dog park, not picking up the poo, and the children that wanted to use it were pushed out for the filth or fear or what have you. So I made my own very large sign and posted it next to the gate: "Dog owners, park has been seated with raisins and chocolate chips, enter at dog's peril." Of course I would never hurt an animal, I didn't put down anything, but the damage had been done. Most of the plants were dead from the pee and it took a month for the smell to go away, but the owners didn't bring their dogs in anymore. I don't know where you live, but if you have some kind of proof to show the intent, a video from your phone, from a security camera, etc., you might be able to get the police involved, because maybe with him doing it clearly on purpose it would count as trespassing? Or, as I saw suggested, motion activated sprinkler, aka the petty but so fun option. Or a small claims court case for the cost of having the lawn repaired by a landscaping company. Use a bottle with heavily salted water to write in his lawn. Stop your mutt from peeing on people's lawns. It will take a few gallons to establish the salted lawn dead zone. I may or may not have experience with writing on lawns concerning a HS English teacher. If you are in an HOA, just report him. I'm sure they have rules and regulations on it and likely fines. You just probably need to get video evidence. Get one of those yellow caution stakes that say "Caution, pesticides have been sprayed." A lady that's selfish might not care, and I'd worry that if her dog peed on the not pesticide lawn and didn't suffer ill effects, she might become even more blasé about lawns with that sign, and that's just not fair to the poor dog. Her poor guests missed part of their meal. I used to work for a bakery, and at closing we would give all the bread, rolls, and Danish to local soup kitchens/missions. The store is closed a good 15 to 20 minutes, and the door is only unlocked because the soup kitchen workers are going out of it. An entitled woman, EW, pushes in looking for a loaf of bread. Us, sorry ma'am, we're closed. EW, but I need a loaf of bread to go with dinner. I'm having company. Us, we're sorry, but we don't have any bread. The bakery is closed. EW, none at all? Not even in the back? Us, no, we give it all to the local homeless shelters at the end of each day. Furious EW, wow, those homeless people sure are lucky. Storms out. I bet she was jealous of how skinny they were without even trying to diet. Idiot. I can just see her going to the soup kitchen to complain and explain she is there for her bread. Yeah, entitled people like her think that only they and her kind are supposed to have all and nobody else is to have anything. Their supreme selfishness is their hallmark and they wear it like a badge of honor to show their supposed superiority towards everyone. Who died and named them God? And decree that SHE is superior to those lazy trash. Watch her get escorted out. OMG. The diet line almost had me spit my coffees. I'm curious if she harassed any of the soup kitchen workers asking for bread. One of them put a bag down so he could offer her a loaf. We told him to keep going, especially after that rude comment. You know she wouldn't accept a loaf of bread being pulled out of a trash bag by the guy's bare hands anyway. I was waiting for a lightning bolt to strike her at wow, those homeless people sure are lucky. I worked at a bakery counter. The bakery was at the base of a tall building in the middle of a city. We were all in the middle of evacuating. Brother's fire alarm was triggered. As I was closing the window, this lady walks up and order a sandwich, and I said we are evacuating the building because of a fire alarm, and she was mad at me and said, so that means I can't order a sandwich? You guys can't make me a sandwich? I'm like, no, the entire building is being evacuated. She was annoyed and stormed off. Okay? I would have snarked at the entitled idiot. Lack of planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on mine. Bye, Felicia. Yeah, they're so lucky not to have a home. Duh. They don't have to make a bed, don't have to vacuum, don't even have to worry that the Wi-Fi went out. They have it made. OMG, I was totally expecting her to turn around and start yelling or chasing the charity workers. I'd say that those homeless people would rather be in her home, but given her attitude, maybe not. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.